One big lie they tell you about marriage. Nothing grows in marriage except what you plant. Marriage is a bare land, it's an empty land filled with bushes. You're going to be the one to clear it, cultivate it, and put whatever you want in it. In this generation where we are, it's so easy for people to marry, shame you. You're in your 20s, you're in your 30s, you're in your 40s, and somebody's telling you, why are you not married? Marriage is not an achievement, it's just your personal achievement. You know, when you are ticking a box of saying, okay, I want to get here in my life, I want to get here in my life. But your marriage or you marrying doesn't help the society. Now, I want to make you understand something as a single girl. Everybody wants you to get married. Can I explain to you what you're going to do in marriage? It is everything that you learn in your singlehood that you are going to practice in marriage. When people ask you, what do you have to bring to the table? It simply means, what have you learned in your singlehood? How have you grown yourself? How have you bettered yourself? What will you teach your children? It is not your husband that will start teaching you marriage. The man that you're married to is expecting you to know what to do when he gets married to you. This thing that he's expecting you to learn how to do, you learn it in your singlehood. The only problem I have with a lot of single people is that you are using your singlehood to do nothing. You're using your singlehood to chase men. In your 20s, in your 30s, you are pursuing a man. Why are you pursuing a man instead of developing yourself? Because that self-development is what you're going to impute into the marriage. When a man asks you, what do you have to bring to the table? What do you think he's asking you? What were you doing all your life in your singlehood? What did you learn? What did you grow? What did your parents teach you? What did you learn? What did you unlearn? Many of you who desire marriage will go into marriage and come out of marriage because you are going into the marriage empty. Singlehood is not bad. It becomes bad when you're not doing anything with it. Let me teach you what to do as a single lady. As a single lady, you are going to go to school. You are going to graduate. You're going to get a job. You're going to better yourself. You're going to date people. Dating people doesn't mean that you're sleeping around. You're going to understand what you want, the kind of men that you want. The problem is a lot of you women that want to get married don't even know the kind of men that you want. That's the reason why when any man comes, because your biological clock is ticking. No. If you marry any man, marriage will be your doom. It is life lessons that teaches you what you want in a man. First of all, as a single lady, you must understand what is called capacity. You must understand what you can take and what you cannot take. Because what I can take and what you can take is completely different. What I can enjoy in marriage and what you can enjoy in marriage is completely different. So the first thing as a single girl is to understand your capacity. What is that thing I can take? What is that thing that breaks me? What is my boundary? Very, very important. It's with that capacity you will be able to choose. When you meet a man wants to know you. Who are you? A man wants to know what you like and what you don't like. When you understand your capacity and you see your kind of man, you will know. Some of you women do not even know the kind of men that you're looking for. Anybody that comes, you are set. That's the reason why your life is in shambles. So as a single person, you know your capacity. How do you get to know your capacity? Take time and study yourself. We have people with different zodiac signs. We have people with different mental capacity. What I can take, the kind of strength I have as a woman. You might be a woman and you will not have it. And the kind of strength you have as a woman, me as a woman might not have it. You must understand your strength and your weaknesses before you say you want to get married. Because when you're getting into marriage, you are going to take care of everybody, especially in Africa. You're going to take care of your in-law, your husband, your children, your colleague. Everything lies on you. In Africa, as a woman, you will learn to multitask. You will learn to do this, do that, and do that. If you don't have that strength, then marriage is not for you. So that is why I say you must understand your capacity. It is from your capacity that you will now choose the man that you want to get married to. You will now say, okay, this is the man I want to get married to. You will now say, I want to get married to this man that is in this financial status. I want to get married to this man because I know I will not be able to do this stuff. There are some of you women that cannot marry poor men because you don't have the capacity to withstand pressure. You will cheat. There are some women that can marry poor men. They have the capacity to withstand pressure. There are some women that can endure. There are some women that can tolerate. There are some women that are patient. Some of us are not. So understanding your capacity now enables you choose the kind of man you want to stay with. When you see women saying, I want to marry a certain kind of man, don't allow anybody stress you. You understand your capacity. That's why you say, this is the kind of man I want to marry. Because I know I don't have the energy to do all these things. And if I marry a certain kind of man, the marriage is going to be a disaster. Understanding yourself, understanding what you like and what you don't like, your weaknesses, your endurance level, your patience level. You need to understand that as a woman. If you don't understand that as a woman, marriage will frustrate you. I've told you before that nothing grows in marriage except what you plant. It is what you plant in marriage that you pluck. Marriage is like a bank. What you put in there is what can develop small interest for you. So you, that beautiful young girl that they are marriage shaming, you desperately want to get married just because people are telling you your biological clock is ticking. Marriage can be your doom if you do not understand what marriage is about. Let me tell you something. Do you know that you can marry your enemy? Some people's greatest enemy today is their husbands and their wives. Just because they married, shame them, they quickly rushed and say, let me marry. Now, they are fighting with principalities and power. They are fighting with frenemies. And the worst kind of battle you can fight is an inner battle. That battle that is happening inside is the worst kind of battle you can fight. That rats that is inside. That is what a lot of women and men are fighting today, just because of wrong choices. Just because somebody's telling you, go and marry, you're of age. Do you ever wonder why men project marriage to successful women especially? It is because women are helpers. A lot of men are looking for help. They understand that when a woman comes into their life will be molded. Women are organizers. Women are collectors. Women are keepers. Women are people who organize. So these men are not asking you to marry because they love you. They are asking you to marry because they want to use you. They are asking you to marry because they need your capacity to stand, because you are powerful. Don't be pressured into marriage. Take your time. Your real husband is waiting for you. Don't be in a rush just because of noisemakers. It is better to be single and get it right than to marry wrong. We are hearing about the hotness and the hellfire. If you marry wrong, you will experience hellfire on earth. We don't even know if you are going to make heaven. Forget about the pressure. Take your time to understand yourself so that you can have the right choice of men. If I ask you now as a woman, what kind of man do you want? Some of you don't know. You just want man that has manhood, that has prick. When you choose men that have prick, by the time you get married, sex will not even hungry you again. I have said it times without number on my videos that marriage will reduce your sexual libido. Because by the time you begin to see responsibility, the least thing that will be on your mind is fuck. Your husband will want to come back home to sleep because he understands that tomorrow he has to wake up early to go and hustle. There are bills to pay. Marriage is not where you go to have sex. It reduces your... So if it is sex that is taking you into marriage, then you are getting it all wrong. Marriage is a different ballgame. Marriage is a different walk. You don't enjoy marriage until your children finish growing. By the time you're done with your husband, tolerating him, learning him, your children will begin to come, extended family, colleagues. You will learn how to manage it. That's why I said you will understand what is called capacity. This is me encouraging every young single lady there. Don't let anybody pressure you. A lot of these men that are telling you to go and marry will not even take care of you. Most of them are stupid men. It is only a stupid man that will see a beautiful woman and say, go and marry. No. Some of them are just putting unnecessary pressure on you so that they can call you, they can frustrate you. Go and ask a lot of married women. Are they enjoying their marriages? 80% of married women are the ones carrying their homes because they married idiots as men, because they are desperate to have prick around them. It is not every prick that is fertile. It is not every man that is a man. Some of them are just boys with balls and long things dangling. So as a woman, you need to be careful about the choices that you're making so that you don't live in regrets. This is just me reminding you as a single girl. Go build yourself. Men will come. It is not your job to look for a husband. A husband will look for you. Remember what I used to tell you. When you become a successful woman, the only problem you're going to have is choice. You will begin to choose them like butterfly. Go and work hard. Build yourself and be successful. Marriage will be the least of your worries. I wish you all the best. And I wish you the best man that life can offer. I love you, and I remain blessed and see you.